No, it's not a holding cell for Blackpool Police Station. These are the toilets here at Central Car Park. Someone up to something around here anyway. It doesn't look good, does it? There's a sign over there that says CCTV in operation, so I'm probably being watched. I tell you what, they don't make plant pots like they do in the olden days, do they? These aren't going to break in a hurry, are they? Look at that there. It's like the road to nowhere, isn't it? Oh God, it stinks. Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I'm here in Blackpool. It's Sunday morning and all is quiet. Okay, so here I am in Blackpool looking down over McDonald's there, Central. And the Odeon Cinema here. This is where the rugby club used to be. Borough Park and the gasworks here in Blackpool. Anyway, in this video I am going to be taking you around this place just up here. We're going on an explore today around the old police station. Check it out. Yeah, so you might have seen some of my recent videos from last year where I was talking about the old Central Car Park and Police Station, Magistrates Court here in Blackpool. They're all due to be flattened within the next few years to make way for a £300 million entertainment and leisure complex. What I'll do in this video is we'll explore the whole site before any work is done at all. We'll have a look at the whole place. It's all starting to fall to bits, you know, it's been abandoned for a while now. Might be a little bit dodgy in some areas anyway, but I thought it'd be a good time to explore the whole site before any kind of work is started, and it won't be too long before they are starting on it because they've got funding for the first phase of the development, which is a multi-storey car park. We'll be having a look at that towards the end of the video. So this is Central Car Park, of course, and this is where the old railway used to come into Blackpool in the olden days. The station was closed in the mid-60s and all this was eventually turned into a car park, but it was it was rough ground for quite a while. I remember when a lot of this was all pebbles, you know, and eventually they turned it into a series of car parks. But Central Station was a very, very busy station here in Blackpool, but probably most of the visitors into the town. And that's the site up here of the station itself, which is going to be developed. Okay, so we're now looking down Chapel Street towards the Central Pier there. You might be able to see the Central Pier. And this is the area in question here. These are the Magistrates courts here, and there's the old police station there. It's one of many up here in the north that was designed by Lancashire Council architect Roger Booth, a brutalist structure and probably not that practical. But yeah, we'll be taking a closer look at that there, and after that we'll be having a look over this direction here, Bonny Street Market. Now, parts of Bonny Street Market, including the Bonny Street Burger Bar, were recently featured in a Netflix thriller, Stay Close, so we'll be having a look at that as well. And then we'll be having a look at the car park as a whole here. All of this is going to be flattened in the next few years to make way for this state-of-the-art Las Vegas style entertainment and leisure complex. And we'll be finishing the video over this way, the King Edward Apartments and the King Edward Pub here. I'll be having a look at this area towards the end of the video because that's the area there behind the King Edward Pub that secured the funding for the first phase of the development, a multi-storey car park. So things are going to be getting underway very soon, this year in fact. Anyway, we're going to start the video just down here at the car park. Let's go, shall we? Yeah, so let's have a little explore around here, shall we? We're just on the embankment here now. Quite a lot of rubbish gets thrown around here. Look at that there. What a mess. Yeah, parts of this are a little bit messy, but then again, when you think about it, there's not really any money being spent around here because it's all going to be demolished, isn't it, and transformed over the next I think it's going to take 10 years altogether. But yeah, look at that police station there. I don't know what you think, but I kind of like it really. I love these old buildings. It was designed by Roger Booth, and he had this thing about building like nuclear-proof police stations. There's loads of them up here in the north. I don't know what they're like down south, but I think probably because they were built during the Cold War, you know, I think that was the idea, to make them like that so that they could survive a nuclear bomb or something like that. Look at those turret-style windows. Like I say, probably not that practical, really. Yeah, anyway, the new police headquarters is now just on the edge of town at Mearside. Yes, state-of-the-art police headquarters in Blackpool now, just on the edge of town. And in fact, they've got problems with that because the radios, the police radios, don't work inside that building. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, we're just making our way now towards the Bonny Street car park. So all of this is going to be flattened. Yeah. This is all in use at the moment. In fact, the Magistrates courts are still in use as well. That's one of the reasons why I've come down on a Sunday, because I didn't want to have a walk through here when there's people coming and going in the courts. So yeah, let's have a look through this car park here to the other side, and then we'll take a look at the Magistrates court. We'll take a look round there. It is a concrete heaven. Yeah, plenty of concrete around here, all right. Okay, so we're now in Bonny Street car. In fact, it's the first time I've been in it for a long time. Yeah, we're just going to take a walk through to the other side to Bonny Street, and then I'll walk round onto the main road, and we'll take a look up the concrete steps and have a look around the Magistrates court, shall we? Look at this, to promenade on subway. That must be an old sign because the subway's no longer there. They filled in the subway. Yeah, all the subway's been filled in, and the toilets as well. Anyway, this is the way through to Bonny Street. Let's have a look through here, shall we? Oh God, it stinks. Okay, we're now just coming out at the back of the arcades here on Bonny Street. Check this out. Look at this. So here we are at the back of the car park now. Look at that view of the tower. It's awesome, isn't it? Okay, so here's a look from the other side of the road. There's a Magistrates court there with the police station behind it. Bonny Street Market is just down there on the left. We'll be having a look at that later on. Anyway, we're going to check out the Magistrates court now. We're going to have to go up some steps just over here. Just thought I'd give you a side view before we head up the steps. That's where I was, just in that car park there. Like I said, it's a concrete paradise, this place. Right, okay, we're about to head up these steps here. Check out this Magistrates court. Blackpool Civil, Magistrates and Family Courts. Blackpool County Court. Yeah. So all up here. Now the courts, like I say, are still here. They're still in operation. And they are supposed to be moving to another site, but I don't know how long that's going to take. So this is all going to hold up the development, you see. It's been done in phases. Yeah, so here we are. The 1960s Wonderland. Look at this. Yeah? What do you think? Yeah, so I'm not going to be going in anywhere that's out of bounds. I think that there might have been some urban explorers inside the police station, but I'm not going to be doing that. What's this over here? This bit here is fenced off. Here, look. So I think kids have probably been in here as well, you see. Look at that there. It's like the road to nowhere, isn't it? I wonder if there was a bridge that went... Oh, there must have been a bridge that went over there at one time. because it looks a bit like a public footbridge or something like that. There's a sign over there that says CCTV in operation, so I'm probably being watched. So I might get into trouble. Anyway, here it is. Look at this now. The old Blackpool Police Station. Look at this, a Roger Booth special. I think it must be nuclear proof. What do you think? Yeah, so if you look up Roger Booth, you'll see it's amazing some of the stuff that he used to design. And when you think back to the time, the 60s, Cold War, that used to be the main entrance right there. Look, you see, look at that there, the main entrance. I remember going in there a couple of times. I was never in trouble though. Oh no, not me. What's this down here? What are those things? Kind of arty, kind of, not really sure what those things are. I'll tell you what, the pigeons like it around here. Anyway, we're now just coming up to, what's this? This is all closed off. Was it? No, you can go down there. I won't go down there. And there's a lift here as well. Justice, look at that there. Justice, and there's a lift there. It looks really dirty, look at it. Wow. Anyway, we're now just outside the front of the Magistrates and Civil Courts here. So this is where all the action goes on during the week. And just opposite there is this courtyard here. Look at this here, look. Well, if you like Milton Keynes, you'll like it around here. It's a concrete paradise. Anyway, let's head over this way towards Bonny Street. Bloody hell, these seagulls are noisy. So this is Bonny Street again here. And you can actually walk all the way round here. It's all, you know, you can walk all the way around. It's not sealed off or anything. You walk all the way down there. And here's another view of Bonny Street. Back of the arcades, the waxworks. Down there we've got the number 13 Bonny Street. That used to be called the Pump and Truncheon. And there's the old concrete bridge, which was almost condemned a while back. That's going to come down probably fairly soon. And we'll make our way this way. I'll just show you this side here. Everything's kind of square looking, isn't it? You know, all these plant pots and benches and everything. It's all got a very square look to it. There's nothing round. Yeah, so let's have a look down here. There's a bit of a fence that's broken away down there. Let's have a look down there, shall we? Don't think they bother with the weeding round here, do they? Now the development does actually take in all this section here as well. What they're doing with these, I don't know, but it's all this section onto the promenade, all the way around here, all the way over there, up to Central Drive, and right up to there, the corner there where the King Edward pub is, and right round here. That's the whole development all together. Okay, so we're just walking across this bridge here, which was closed off a while back. In fact, on my very first Blackpool vlog, I walked across this bridge. That was a while back. Anyway, look at this here. Check this out. I think there were people sleeping rough around here, you know. Look at this. Wow. Don't think I'd fancy walking around here at night. What do you think? Well, there looks to be evidence here of someone up to something around here anyway. It doesn't look good, does it? Anyway, let's carry on, shall we? Yep, some people have been having a bit of fun around here. Anyway, we're now just looking down on Bonny Street Market over there. Now, Bonny Street Market, they've actually been told to pack all the bags and get out. And you see that burger bar there in the centre of the screen there? That was recently featured on the Netflix thriller Stay Close. We'll be having a closer look at that when we get down there. Yeah, so here's a look at the police station from the western side. See those windows there that stick out? They're another feature as well. You'll see them on other police stations up and down the north of England, yeah, because he designed a lot of police stations in this part of the world. Yeah. It's of its time, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, we're just about to head down these steps now, and I want to have a look over there. Yeah, so not sure if anyone's actually been in the station, but I'm definitely not going to do that. Don't put it past anyone getting in there, but look at this here. I saw some kids messing about in here last time I was round here, and look, the fence has been broken down. I'm not going to go. Should I? Should I go through there? Yeah, so there's a section of fencing that's broken down here that goes around the other side of the police station. I was thinking of going through to have a look. What do you think? But I thought, then again, they've got CCTV all the way around here, and if anyone sees me going around there, I might be in trouble. So I'll avoid going around there. Anyway, it's time to have a look down here. We'll have a look down this section here. This building here on the right-hand side bottom corner is where the new entrance to the police station was for its last few years, yeah. They built a new entrance to it there. We'll take a look at that, shall we? This is the northern face of the police station here. Central Police Station in Blackpool. And just here, for the last, well, couple of decades, I'd say, was the front desk for the police station. They moved it down here. Probably because the one upstairs was condemned or something like that. But look at all, I think the council use it now for the street cleaning. And look at all this graffiti here, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? I just want to show you something quickly over here on Bonny Street. I just thought I'd show you this back section. We're on Bonny Street now, and there's the back of the car park there. And that doorway on the left there with the shutters is where the police vehicles it's where they used to keep the police vehicles there. And obviously they've moved out of town now, and they do have a presence in town. They have like a little place in the town centre, so they do still have a presence in town. And there's some more shutters here, which I think probably for police staff as well. Check out all this graffiti here, it's amazing. I wonder if this was commissioned, because it does look a very high quality graffiti, if you can call it graffiti, or murals. But yeah, just look at this now. It's falling down as it is, isn't it? Look. Wow. Just have a look around here. Yeah, so it's a little bit dodgy around here in places. Yeah, bloody hell, those noisy seagulls. Look at this. It was all the railway back in the olden days. Those seagulls are getting noisier all the time. Anyway, we're going to check out the Bonny Street Burger Bar and the market. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Okay, so here we are at the Bonny Street Burger Bar, and this was recently featured on the Netflix thriller Stay Close. I actually saw them filming around here. I've got it on a video. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, the Bonny Street Burger Bar, and this is part of Bonny Street Market, and all of these traders here have been told to pack the bags and get out of here within a month. Tell you what, it feels a bit eerie around here, you know. Let's take a look around here, shall we? Bonny Street Market. I've never actually been in here properly, you know. It feels a bit, yeah, a bit eerie at this time in the morning. Hope I don't bump into anybody. I don't know who'd be more shocked. I'll tell you what, there's quite a lot to it. Look at this. Yeah. Wow. Never actually been in here properly. Yeah. And again, I think this place has kind of been left to rot a little bit, you know, obviously, because it's all going to come down. They are going to have a new one, but the traders that are here now have all been told that they need to move out. And I don't know what they're going to do then, where they're going to go, until they build the new Bonny Street Market, which is going to be a part of the new development. But we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, this is Bonny Street Market as it is in early 2022. And there you are, you can see the old police station there in the background. There you go. Okay, so let's head out of Bonny Street Market onto New Bonny Street, and I'll just give you a look around from out there before we head on a bit further. Okay, so here's a look from New Bonny Street. There's a police station, of course, and at the entrance to Bonny Street Market there. And we're going to be heading there, that way there, towards those flats in the distance which are part of the new development. Let's have a look at the main car park, shall we? Yeah, so the new market is actually going to go in the same place right here, but it's all going to be all new and posh. Yeah, it might be expensive actually, the rates might be higher, what do you think? So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens, won't we? Let's have a little look over here, shall we? There's a toilet block over here. It's one of those fancy toilet blocks. It looks a bit like a prison. It's got bars going around it to stop people trying to steal the way in. Let's go take a closer look, shall we? No, it's not a holding cell for Blackpool Police Station. These are the toilets here at Central Car Park. And they didn't used to have a caged fence going all the way around it, but they did that because people were trying to steal the way in and not have to pay to go to the toilet. I tell you what, they don't make plant pots like they do in the olden days, do they? Look at these. These aren't going to break in a hurry, are they? I think this one might be a bit waterlogged. What do you think? Yeah, so that's Central Drive over there, the Castle Pub. And we'll leave the nuclear bomb-proof plant pots and the prison-style toilets behind. And we'll have a look at the rest of the car park. Just over here, we've got the Central Coach Station here. It's all a little bit temporary, you know. It used to be a proper coach station in the olden days, you know, after the train station. But now it looks like it's I don't know, it just looks temporary, doesn't it? I'll just pan around here to show you around. So obviously this is where the main railway line came into Blackpool, and Coral Island just over there is where the entrance was. We're now looking towards Central Drive, so more of these nuclear-proof plant pots here. So this will have been put here after the railway station closed, the coach station. So this is where most of the people come into Blackpool on the coach. They come right here to Central Coach Station. And this is how it looks today. But not for long, maybe. So I'm now in the main car park here, Blackpool Central Car Park, and I'll just give you a recap. We started over there at the car park and the Magistrates Court, and then we made our way up there, through there, had a look around the police station and all that concrete carbuncle around there, and then we came down here to Bonny Street. We had a look around there, and then over to Bonny Street Market, and then I came out over there in the corner. We're looking over there towards Coral Island. That's where the Central Railway Station used to, that's where the entrance was over there. And this is a look around the main car park here. So like I said, all of this is going to be developed, £300 million development. It's all going to be transformed over the next 10 years. And just over this way here, Can you see this block of flats here, the King Edward Apartments? This used to be for the railway workers, I believe. They were built for the railway workers. And we're now just at the back of the old picture hall there and the King Edward pub. And they're all part of the development. They're all going to be transformed as part of this development. We weren't sure at first whether all this lot was going to be knocked down, to be honest. There is one thing, however, unfortunate. You know the joke shop here? Drummond's joke shop. This is going to be history, I'm afraid. The joke shop is not a part of the development, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is the King Edward Apartments, and it's been, well, abandoned for decades. The council have owned it for a long time. And yeah, I think railway workers used to live here. It was built for railway workers. And I think they're kind of weird apartments as well. They're not like how you probably think as well. I'm not sure if each apartment has got its own toilet or stuff like that, you know. So yeah, there you go. That's the King Edward Apartments. They've been empty for a long time now. Yeah, it's a really solid building, this King Edward Apartments. I'm not sure what this carbuncle at the back is, this extension here, but yeah, it looks like it's made out of a really good brick as well. And when I first heard of this development, I thought they were going to knock this down, and I thought, they're not knocking that down, are they? That's going to take some shifting, because it is really solid. Yeah, so that was the King Edward Apartments, and this is the back of the old picture hall here. And just down there on the corner, we're almost at the end now. In fact, this is the section here where they're going to build a new 1,300 space car park, and it's the first phase of the development, and they're building it right here. This is going to be the first phase of the development. So there you go. It's all going to be starting very soon. In just a few months, actually. Early 2022, they said. That's when the multi-storey car park is going to be built. It's going to take 1.5 years to build it. Okay, so I am now stood where they're going to build this first phase of the development, the £300 million development, and this is where the multi-storey car park is going to go, right here, just behind the King Edward pub and the old picture hall here. This is Chapel Street behind me, where we started up the road. I've got Donna's Dream House here, that's Donna's Dream House there. So yeah, this is going to be where the first phase of the development gets underway. So there you go, that was my little look around this central area of Blackpool, which is due to be transformed into a £300 million development over the next 10 years. It's all going to be transformed completely. The old police station, the Magistrates Court, Bonny Street Market, the car park, the King Edward Apartments, the King Edward pub, all of this is going to be transformed over the next 10 years, and I will be following the progress as much as I can. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I will see you again on the next one.